In Iceland, there was a terrible giant who had long run rampant, menacing the kingdom of Iceland. His body was incredibly tall, and his strength was immense, to the point that no one dared to challenge him. One day, the giant encountered the king of Iceland on the coast and walked over to him, saying, "Listen to me carefully, King of Iceland. I want you to betroth your daughter to me and give me half of your kingdom. If you do not agree, I will take your daughter by force and then seize your entire kingdom. However, before that, I will agree to a duel with one of your barons. If I win, you must marry your daughter to me and cede half of your kingdom. If I lose, I will make no demands and leave you to live in peace from now on." After the king returned to his palace, he told this to all the barons of the kingdom and asked them, "Which one of you has the courage and willingness to duel the giant?" All the barons lowered their heads uneasily, saying nothing. Only young Orm stood up and replied in a firm voice, "Your Majesty, if you are willing to betroth your daughter to me and give me half of your kingdom, I will go and duel the giant, and I will defeat him." When the giant learned that it was a young man who would duel him, he couldn't help but laugh out loud. His laughter was so violent that the great trees in the forest were uprooted, and the fierce gales and the giant waves were stirred up at sea. "Such a tiny dwarf dares to boast of defeating me," the giant said with contempt. Orm replied just as proudly, "Is it so rare for a small man to fell a great oak?" And so they decided to duel the next morning. As night fell and the grass on the ground was covered with dewdrops, young Orm went to the cemetery. He walked to his father's grave and struck the tombstone. Just then, he heard a voice ask, "Who is knocking so loudly outside? Who are you? Please go away and let me rest in peace." "It is I, Orm, your most beloved son. I have come to ask you for a precious gift. Please give me the sword Balting, which served you so well." After a moment of silence, he heard his father's voice reply, "I will grant your request, but on one condition. You must avenge me." After Orm swore an oath to him, his father gave him the sword. As the first light of dawn appeared in the sky, Orm arose and walked toward the designated place. The king and the other barons, full of worry, accompanied him. Orm and the giant dueled for 3 whole days. Finally, Orm suddenly thrust his sword into the giant's knee. The giant instantly collapsed to the ground with a thunderous crash. The king then declared the duel over, and Orm the victor.